Alright, now I got my mind racing on things. Alright. Another funny concept. Also, um, if we go to the original meaning behind this, if any of you've ever heard of the Provo Push before this page, see it's a funny thing. It's Levi loving, dry humping, outer course, the Silver Tab stab, the Lehigh lunge, the Pleasant Grove G spot, whatever you may call it. I also created one called the Eagle Mountain Mudslide. You should ask me about that sometime. The meeting's actually hilarious. But yeah, that's what the actual Provo Push means. And there's a funny concept out there. It's called 30 plus singles words. Now, and I mean, there's people that have struggles. Some relationships went terrible, but there's some really funny things that happen. Like, are 30-year-old 30 plus year old males, like, are they actually asked about masturbation in their interviews? You gotta wonder that. Like, yeah, I mean, I'd never be a bishop, but if I were, I'd be like, do you have a problem with masturbation? Then to be like, no, I don't. I'm like, well, you should. I'm like, man, you're hearing 30 plus singles, or you better masturbate. I mean, you gotta like cope with something. I mean, well, then somebody would be like, well, I fornicated last weekend. God, did it give you like a purpose to like, settle down with somebody to give you give you a little bit of thirst? But yeah, I mean, I have good friends that have been 30 plus, but there's also weirdos like Provo All Stars that they're like, I embrace the law of chastity. I embrace you don't embrace the plan of salvation if you're in the 30 plus singles ward. Yeah, you're not out there exactly establishing the family, which is the main unit of the church. So yeah, I don't care. I guess I really can't judge them for being that, but yeah, just you might want to keep it on the DL. I mean, do they hand out antidepressants at 30 plus singles wards? Because I mean, they should. It's kind of bad, and I mean, not to be sexist or anything, but man, um, there's the football front line that's always in the front. These, beautiful, tall, larger girls probably played volleyball or whatever at BYU that a lot of people just wouldn't even know how to approach because they're, sometimes 6 feet, 260-pound girls. But you know what? There's a nice, healthy part of this nation called the Eastern United States where there are a lot of individuals that would love that. So you might want to try moving out there. Problem with a lot of people, I mean, every girl's beautiful in their own way, big, small, whatever, and especially if you're in the Happy Valley, you're taught to go after Taylor Swift in Mormon form. Heck, some people think they can get a Kim Kardashian in Mormon form. It just that doesn't exist. And they will date Snapchat queens and all this stuff that posts 15 times a day saying, Daddy, Daddy, I got some daddy issues. I'm posting 15 times. Yeah, they're getting a free meal. Don't go out with those girls that post on Snapchat or Instagram 25 times a day. They got some identity issues. I'm not saying that they don't deserve love. It's just like they're gonna waste your time. That's their mind frame. But yeah, don't look at too much porn, or else otherwise you might get some weird expectations. And if you look at way too much porn, and then you're like, oh, I want this, I want this release side present. Yeah, you're probably not going to get what you expect. So it's just like, they're not going to know the techniques of those same porn stars if they were in Relief Society every week. They don't know they don't know how to give proper lap dances and that type of stuff like you see on those entertaining videos that stimulate you. So yeah, Stop chasing the more porn stars. You are wasting your time. It does create Provo All Stars. We all know who they are. They're leaders, and it's funny. They all kind of mesh together. I mean, there's even quite a few Provo All Stars that have kind of came from where I'm from in the Sevier County area, and handsome guys, talented guys, successful guys, but they kind of mesh with some of the douchebags I knew at Dixie College, UVU, and BYU, and they all just mesh together. And it's just they face the hard times. They're single, successful guys, and man, if you're 35 and obeying the law of chastity, is that a sin? All right. Anyways, yeah. Experiment with the world. Get thirsty. Settle down with the companion. Otherwise, yeah, you might as well just hand out antidepressants in those 30 plus singles ward. If this offended you and you leave this page, I guess it did. Life sucks. I'm just saying, don't have huge expectations here. I don't have a problem with people in the 30 plus singles ward. It's just there are some people that are in there by choice because they really think they're too good for what they actually deserve. And yeah, they look at too much porn. All right, see ya.